Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 50 of ASP.NET Core MVC tutorial. In this video, we will learn how to create a dropdown with the help of SelectList in .NET Core MVC. This is a continuation of part 49, dropdown using SelectListItem in .NET Core MVC. So please watch it before proceeding with this one. I shared the link in the description. In our previous videos, we have created a dropdown with the help of option tag within select element and also with SelectListItem. In this video, we will explore how to create a dropdown with SelectList. Let's get back to Visual Studio. And this is the project which we are working on. Let's type SelectList within add employee action. Let's go to its definition. And you can see it has multiple overloaded methods and they are expecting a collection, IEnumerable. Next constructor is IEnumerable with the selected value. You can see it is of type object, not boolean, because whatever collection we pass as a parameter, we need to specify the value which we would like to select by default. All right. Then we have data value field and data text field. That means whatever collection we are passing as a parameter, you can specify their value and text. The last one is data group field, which means if we are passing a list of classes as a parameter, then which property refers to the group. Simple. Let's see how to implement it. The first constructor accepts only IEnumerable. So if there is a requirement to populate the dropdown where text and value are same, then we can use it. Let's say we have a collection of type arrays. Let's define an array of string. Name it department list is equal to new string and length say 4. Then within curly braces, type select department. Second one is engineering, ENG. Then HR. And the last one is PM. Next, create object of select list. So select list, let's name it select lists, is equal to new select list and within bracket pass department list. Let's go to our view and remove multiple keyword. We have already seen in our previous videos that multiple is a feature of select, not options. So it will work as it is. As of now, we are using departments instead of department for demo purposes. So correct that as well. And let's remove departments from the employee class as well. All right, let's run the program. Click on Add Employee. And you can see a drop-down with required values. In this case, text and value will be the same. All right, stop the application. Another very common collection is the list. Let's see how to use it. So replace an array of strings with list of strings. Save and run the program. Click on Add Employee. And you can see a drop-down with required value. In this case also, text and value will be the same. All right, let's stop the application. And let's go over the definition of select list. Next, overloaded constructor expect for selected value. Let's say by default, instead of select department, we want HR to be selected. Then just add another parameter within the select list constructor and type HR. Save and run the program. Click on Add Employee. As you can see within the dropdown, HR is selected. Alright, let's go to the Visual Studio, stop the application and go to the definition of SelectList. The third constructor is useful when we have different text and value fields. So we only need to define which field represents value in our collection or IEnumerable and which field defines text. What does that mean? In our case as well, department name and its value is different. Let's see the different scenario where this overloaded method is helpful. Let's go to our controller. For time being, only for demo purposes, let's create another class. Let's go to the top. So public class DDL department, curly braces, and let's say it has multiple properties. The first one is DI, department ID of type int. The second one is DN, short for department name of type string. Third is DG, short for department group of type string. So we are done with our dummy class. In real time, you will get data from the database where you will map it with your models or entity models. Next, let's create another method within the controller class. Again, only for demo purposes, we will delete them later on. It's not a good practice to create classes and methods within the controller itself. So private list of DDL department, and let's name this method as get DEPT, get department, curly braces. Now let's create an object of list of DDL department. So list of DDL department, let's name it DDL departments is equal to new list of DDL departments. Then within curly braces, let's define first item. So new DDL department. In this case, DI is equal to, let's say, 0. DN, department name, is equal to select department. And DG is equal to blank, department group. Copy and paste it 3 more times. So first DI is equal to 1. Department name is equal to ENG for engineering. Department group, let's say group 1. Second, department ID is equal to 2, department name is equal to HR, and department group is equal to, again, let's say group 1. For third, department ID is equal to 3, department name is equal to PM for product manager or product management, department group, let's say group 2. And finally, return this DDL departments. Within add employee, delete department list and type list of DDL department, and let's name it DDL departments is equal to get department, and pass this object to SelectList. In the second parameter, pass the property name which we want to set as a value. So set it to DI, department ID. In the third parameter, pass property name which we want to set as a text. So set it to DN, department name. Simple. We pass a collection IEnumerable which is DDL departments. Then we tell, okay, DI is the value and DN is the text field. All right. Let's save and run the program. Click on Add Employee, and you can see Dropdown is created. Just right click and inspect element, expand select, and you can see we have a correct text and value field. All right. Let's go to the Visual Studio, stop the application and go to the definition of SelectList. The fourth constructor is saying you can additionally define a selected value. So it is straightforward, so try it by yourself. Next constructor say you can define a group as well. Let's see how we can use that. Let's go to the action method. The next parameter is for selected value. Leave it blank. We don't want to change this behavior. And our group field is DG. All right, so type DG. Save and run the program. Click on Add Employee. And you can see Dropdown is created and we have a grouping as well. See how simple it is. So conceptually nothing else to cover in this video, but I would like to cover a few more examples. You can skip this video if you got the concept. Let's get back to Visual Studio and stop the application. We already created SelectListItem in our previous video. We can use that as well. Let's see how. We generated SelectListItem in our getDepartments method. And you can see it is returning the list of SelectListItem. And we already know the list is an IE enumerable. So we can pass this value to our SelectList constructor as well. So within addEmployee action method, instead of DDL departments, let's pass getDepartments method. And if you see within our SelectListItem, we have text, value, and group properties. Let's use them. So our data value field is value and the data text field is text. Don't want to select anything for now, leave it blank. And our group is associated with group. And we are done. Let's run the program. Click on Add Employee. And you can see Dropdown is created and we have everything working as expected except grouping. Can you guess why? Let's get back to the Visual Studio and stop the application. If you go to the select list definition, you can see it is expecting data group field as a string. But if you look at group of SelectListItem, it is of type SelectListGroup, which is a class itself. So if you want, you can wrap it within another class and use it, but it won't make a sense, right? Still, let's see how we can wrap the SelectListItem value within another class. Comment existing SelectList line. Now SelectList, let's name it SelectList, is equal to new SelectList, then get departments dot select, then we use lambda expression x such that new DDL department, then within curly braces, let's say D and department name is equal to x dot text. Let's say DI is equal to, let's convert it to string, so convert dot to int 32. And within bracket, let's also check whether value is null or not. So string dot is null or empty. And the value is x dot value. Then question mark. If it is the case, then use 0. Otherwise, x dot value. Next is DG, department group is equal to x dot group. Check whether it is null, double equal to null. Question mark. If it is null, then use blank. Otherwise, x dot group dot name. Right, and convert it to list. Here we apply link queue, so it is fetching details from list of SelectListItem and assigning values to our local class DDL department. The value will be DI, the text will be DM. Don't want to select anything by default, leave it blank. and our group is DG. Save and run the program. Click on Add Employee. As you can see, Dropdown is created and we have everything working as expected. Let's see how to bind Dropdown with the help of SelectList when we have data in the dictionary. Dictionary is also a collection, or you can say enumerable type. Let's get back to Visual Studio and stop the application. Delete this code and create a dictionary. So dictionary of type string, string. Let's name it my dictionary is equal to a new dictionary of type string, string. Let's add few values. So my dictionary.add, and first value is blank and the text is select department. Next, my dictionary.add, value is 1 and text is engineering, ENG. Next is my dictionary.add, value is 2 and the department is HR. And finally, my dictionary.add, value is 3 and the department is PM, product manager or product management. Obviously, the dictionary is only about key value pairs, so it can't contain any other information like a group. So select list, and let's again name it select list, is equal to new select list. First parameter will be collection, which is my dictionary. Second parameter will be its value. In this case, it is dictionary key. So specify key. Then we need to specify what should be the text of our dropdown. So in dictionary, it is value. Right? Because in dictionary, key is actually the value, and when we say value, it is the text. So save and run the program. Click on Add Employee. As you can see, Dropdown is created and we have everything working as expected. Right click to inspect the element and you will find the correct value is associated with the text. Simple, extremely simple. Hope you like this video. Alright then, that's it in this video. If you have any queries related to the content of this video, do ask me in the comments. Till then, thanks for watching.